I got it. Hey, vegan cyclist, we're doing a Strava KOM hunt. We're on the hunt. This climb is pretty serious, man. It's really, really steep, and so you can lose or gain a ton of time if you do it right. This first little pitch, super steep, I think it gets up to like 15%. You just gotta go all in, and then you just gotta keep going really hard. So my plan was to go super hard up this first little pitch, recover in the flat section, and then just balls to the walls in the final bit. Now, I planned this segment. I really wanted this segment because it's my 3 to 5 minute power is awesome right now, relatively speaking. For me, it's good. To Phil Guyman or anyone else, it's not great. But anyway, so what's crazy is that my fatigue is at an all-time low because I had a baby, and so I didn't really have a lot of volume in my legs. But my fitness from the short little intervals that I was doing on Zwift and just the whole race season actually has landed me with a form score higher than I've ever had. Because what it does is it calculates your fatigue, gives you a score, calculates your fitness, gives you a score, and then those cancel each other out to have your form. I have videos that have talked about it. So right now, I'm actually on form. My 15-minute, 20-minute, 30-minute efforts, not great. It's just not what has been in there. But my small little efforts, 3 to 5 minutes, man, I'm crushing it right now in that. So I chose this one because I really felt like I had a good chance to do my best ever power. Now, my best ever power coming into this was 5 minutes at 400 watts. And that was like at 170 something pounds. Like it was heavier than I am now. Right now I'm like almost 155, like 156, 157, something like that. And I ended up busting out 400 watts for 7 minutes. The full effort was only 6 minutes and 45 seconds, but I guess that where they started and stopped, it was different, because when I looked at my whole power curve, it was actually 7 minutes on the dot I did 400. And so that's a whole 2 extra minutes better than what I did before. Also, this climb kind of lends to that, because you can't ever stop putting out power. If you stop putting out power, you literally stop. It's so steep, it gets all the way up to about a 20% pitch. And now on the far right, you can see kind of how the race is going, essentially. The guy on the very bottom right now, Jove, he's the one that had the KOM, the full KOM. Joe Booth has the smaller KOM. And Joe Booth actually, we were tied going over the first little hill. Then I got a little gap on him on the flat section. Then he brings it back to 0, like we had no gap in between. And then all of a sudden, I think I opened like almost a 18-second gap in the last like 100 feet. So you just know that, man, you can blow up on this climb so quickly. Jove, I think I gained all my time on him in the first climb, which makes me think that he probably maybe wasn't going that hard on that first little bit, kind of just worked into it, maybe was going more for the second half, because I didn't gain any time on Jove on the full climb after we hit this last like steep section. So right now you can see, man, it's grueling. I'm like rocking back and forth. My RPMs are just plummeting, and I'm running at 52:36 in the front and then 11:28 in the back. So basically, I'm running a 36:28 this whole way. And you know, before you're like, well, you should run a totally different gear ratio. Like I'm not running into those gears that often. I mean, I would like to maybe have a 30, but it's just, I mean, it's very rare that I'm going to be on this steep of a hill, you know. But so I'm having to just drill it. The time that I was out of the saddle versus the time I was in the saddle was outrageous, because you can see right here that I get back in the saddle and I just, man, the power, I just cannot hold it. But I was kind of doing these weird, like, go as hard as I can and then recover, and go as hard as I can and recover, because there's certain little sections that sort of just taper off, and you can make up all the time or lose all the time on the super steep stuff. And so I would kind of take it easy in the flatter section. You can see now that I'm making up all my time on Joe for the first KOM. He must have just blown into pieces right there, because all of a sudden I got a huge gap there. I'm starting to like bang off the sides, you know, bang the gutters just left, right, trying to keep my cadence. You know, I'm dipping into the 50s, and it's just, but the thing is, with my fatigue being so low, I can lean on that muscular strength, because I just don't have any fatigue there. So, you know, now this is hurting unbelievable. Like look at that, dude. I'm almost hitting 600 watts over the top of this. And here's the thing, is that I already got 2 KOMs on the way to this ride. Here's the first one, right? So I snagged that one from Joe, and then I'm gonna keep going to the next one. But so I already snagged 2 KOMs on the way here. I'm 2.5 hours into my ride. So like, this is a, you know, some people would like poach a KOM and not even ride and just get there and just go super fresh, but I'm not. You know, I've got some time in the legs. Here I'm looking at the time on the Wahoo on the bike computer, and I think I have about 30 seconds left to spare ish, right around this spot. And so I just know that I can give it one last little dig, but my mouth is dry, my heart is exploding. I'd never have gone so hard. I legitimately have never gone this hard before. I mean, I'm hitting like my max watts almost, like 650 watts right there at the very finish, fully over the bars, just giving it everything I had. Then, you know, bam, got it, dude. And then I literally collapsed. Like I just laid on the ground. There was nothing else I could do. I could not think. I just done. So some of the power data to look at: the new KOM time 6:45, so I beat it by 21 seconds, which was like beating my old KOM time by, you know, a minute 30 or something. Average power was 396, but I don't understand how they calculated the watts, because when I look at my 7-minute, it's 400 watts. So I think that it didn't calculate what I was doing coming into the climb or whatever. Average heart rate 188, max heart rate 196, which usually my heart rate would be much higher than that, but being 2.5 hours into the ride, that fatigue did set in, kind of had a lower heart rate. Let's see, first 1 minute, 705 max, 513 average. The middle 5-minute area, 586 max, 375. And then the last 20 seconds was an average of 525 watts with max 631. Dude, it was brutal, but super fun, and so crazy that when I look at my Strava freshness form thing, it absolutely predicted that I would be on form and performing the best I've performed all year, at least in a short, you know, interval. Science, man. So, dude, come get it. Oh, so I haven't uploaded it to Strava yet, but I know it was not sub 7 minutes. And I did 6:55. And that was like maybe even 6:53 from the gate. So I know that I got it. I'm worried though that Strava's not gonna give it to me because of GPS drift. I started the climb, my wheels skipped. So I'm really hoping Strava's gonna give me that. Because I have it, dude, and I filmed it. So I know for sure I got it. 6:55 to this. I think I even got the other section. The section without the spinal top. But dude, how dope is this view, son? This view is awesome. But dude, that, honestly, every minute I was like, I'm gonna quit. I'm done. Just, here's the thing, is my fitness right now is so weird. Like I have none. But I'm so fresh because I haven't been doing a lot of volume that I can just, my mind can override my muscles. My mind can override the muscles and just say push, dig, dig, dig. Like, I don't know what, I mean, I think I was just about 400 watts for 7 minutes. Somewhere close, like 395, which is like my all-time best for sure. Holy moly, all right. The wife got Chipotle, so let's eat that. And as always, vegan cyclist. Yeah.